And placed I-Team cameraman Greg Meyer inside that van with his video camera. At about 9:30 in the morning, we parked it right here, sitting just down the street from Mr. Rizzo's house. It should be noted that the van was parked on a public street in broad daylight. At no time did any of our people go on Mr. Rizzo's property. What you're looking at is what cameraman Meyer saw through the lens of the hidden I-Team camera that morning. Not much happened for about 3 hours. And then around noon, several police officers became suspicious of our vehicle. If you look closely, you can see some of them in the van's rear-view mirror. Now, in just a moment, we'll show you the unedited tape of exactly what happened when one of our I-Team members opened the truck door. But before we do, we want you to know that when the door was open, cameraman Meyer immediately handed over this official Philadelphia police press pass in order to clearly identify himself to everybody on the scene. And also remember, as you watch this, that Frank Rizzo is not a member of the Philadelphia Police Department, and this is supposed to be an official police matter. Here we go.
All right. Wait a minute. Let him identify himself.
That's enough.
What do you mean that's enough? We want to know who you are.
Who are you, sir?
Can
I have some identification?
Identification.
Come on out.
You ever come out holding your hands up like that, you'll get in trouble. We want to know who you are and what you're doing up here. Who is he? I thought it was somebody up here to hurt somebody.
We're up here for security, you know? Would have been a lot easier to stop and tell us you're here. We don't know. He's saying you have a dog in here,
well,
right?
You're a bunch of...
We could have shot you or something. We don't know.
Pull that, take that thing out, unhook it. Or I'll throw it out in the middle of the goddamn street. You turn that off.
It's on.
It's on. Well, it
Yeah,
won't be
it's
on
on.
long.
It's still
Won't be on long.
It's still on.
Let me tell you something. You know, I've been around a long time. And I just can't understand. It's all right. I'll pull another whack. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with your TV set. It's just that Mr. Rizzo finally broke our equipment. Last Friday, I asked Police Commissioner Morton Solomon about this incident. And Mayor Rizzo, the former mayor of Philadelphia, after our cameraman had properly identified himself and the police officer at the scene read aloud Philadelphia press pass, Mayor Rizzo, holding the press pass in one hand, reached inside this truck, which we feel he had no right to do, sir, and ripped out the cables off of our recorder and damaged the camera and the cables and the recorder. You've never heard of this before? No one has informed you of this?
No, sir.
Well, that, in fact, is what happened. And 5 members of your department, sir, stood by and not only did nothing and took orders from the mayor, who was apparently in charge of this operation, but they were smiling and laughing at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to present these facts to our internal affair, and we'll be happy to investigate it and consult with the DA about possible charges.
Yesterday, while openly videotaping on Krefeld Street, we ran into Mr. Rizzo and tried to ask him about his actions last Monday. Mayor Rizzo, Stan Borman from Channel 3 News. Could we...
How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Good.
Could we talk with you for just a moment?
No, I'm busy.
You couldn't answer any of our questions?
I wouldn't talk to you under any condition.
Why is that, sir?
Forget it. Scram. Get out of here.
Sir, I understand
Now,
that
look, get away from me. I'm now a private citizen.
Yes,
you
sir.
get away from me.
We're allowed to be on the street, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me.
How do you feel about the security guards
Look,
being taken off of you, sir?
Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street.
Sir, one more question.
I'm telling you, get away from me.
You were the symbol of law and order in Philadelphia, sir, for many years. People looked up to you and respected you.
Look, creep, get out of here.
How could you justify your actions at our cameras last Monday in front of your
get
house?
Out. You're a creep.
We're a member of the media. We'd like to have an answer to our question.
You're a creep.
Why did you attack our cameras, sir?
Get it all. Don't miss any of it. You're a creep. Get away from me.
Would you answer the question?
You know, you hide behind that press card.
I'm not hiding behind anything, sir.
Look,
I just wanted to get some answers.
I'll tell you what to do. There's a gang of yous here. There's enough of you here. By myself, I'll take yous physically.
Well, I'm not asking you to take me physically.
Well, get away from me.
Well, sir, I'm on the public street. I should be authorized to be here.
I'll break it over your. I'll break it over your head. Get away from me, you crumb. That's a challenge. Except I'll put my dog away and I'll come back. And you got 1, 2, 3, and I'll do it along with you. In that back of that fence, just the 3 of us, 4 of us, me and you. Show you what kind of a man you are. You're less than a man. Okay? You're a crumb creep. And I wouldn't take that off for nobody. And there's three of you and I'm by myself. And when it's over, there'll be nothing to it. Win or lose, okay? But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a crumb bum, the three of yous. And I challenge you. You're a coward. You're a yellow sneak. And if you want to, now what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that wall with the three of yous. Just me.
Mayor Rizzo,
You're a crumb creep coward. You can't take, you won't stand up to him.
I'm standing up. We're not here to fight. We're here to get some answers to some questions. That's all.
I want to fight you.
Why is that?
Because you're a crumb creep lush coward.
You don't even know me, Mayor.
You are a lush. I can tell by looking at you. I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush. You're going to have a hell of a story on that one. Play every word of it, crumb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, this afternoon, Channel 3 station manager Bill Aber signed this official complaint with the police department against the officers who stood by and, as you saw, did literally nothing to restrain Mr. Rizzo from damaging our equipment. As you heard Police Commissioner Solomon say just a moment ago, any other charges will be up to him and the district attorney, Ed Rendell. One of the unfortunate aspects of all of this is that we have become the focus of this story. When it all started, we just wanted to know if your tax dollars were being properly spent for the continuing use of security guards for Mr. Rizzo. We still don't have the answer to that question. We do know, however, that 12 hours after our initial encounter with Rizzo, all police officers were pulled off the house. Commissioner Solomon insists that the timing was purely coincidental. A personal note now, if you will. When I walked over to the former mayor on the street yesterday, I was not looking for an invitation to duke it out, and I most certainly did not expect to be maligned and called a lush by Mr. Rizzo. All I wanted were some simple answers to some simple questions, and you saw what happened. By the way, we decided to play the entire interview with Mr. Rizzo unedited so we wouldn't be accused of tampering with the tape to show us in a better light or him in a less favorable light. You saw it exactly the way it went down, no more, no less. As far as Rizzo's charge that I have a drinking problem, I won't even dignify that with any answer.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no! How did that happen? I'm so sorry, guys. What done happened? I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, guys. Guys, 4 months. Fourth month, and I'm still learning here, guys. But I have a great duo coming up here today. I know we were supposed to talk about masturbation today, but I got something better. I got two great guests that are going to join me in 2 minutes. I'm talking about Dr. Chow and Little Mir, M-I-R. These guys, I'm sure if you're in this neighborhood, in our little universe here, you are no strangers to these two gentlemen. So what they're going to do is they told me that they would like to interview me. I don't know why you would want to interview a knucklehead like me, but cool. I'm into making new friends. I'm looking forward to meeting these guys. I do have to tell you, before I get them up in 1 minute here, You see in the back over here, everybody, welcome, Coach. First of all, welcome, Coach. You know I do nothing until I get Coach welcome. Welcome the Coach, please. Please. Welcome the Coach. Over here on the other side, that is my best friend. That is my friend Autumn Maglia, who today is her anniversary. 3 years ago, I lost my best friend. That's her. To suicide, and I miss her a lot. And started the day off going down to the beach, and one of those those balloon things that you light. So I let one off for her. Autumn, you are missed. So today hasn't been the best day, but I got great guests coming up, so that might help. And I'm sorry that I was late. I thought Frank Rizzo would take us a little bit further. But guys, with no further ado, I don't know where Dr. Chow is, but I do have a gentleman, and his name is Little Mir. Little Mir, am I saying it correctly? Oh wait, I got to unmute you. Why did that happen? That's weird.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I got you. Hey, sorry
Okay.
about that. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Sorry, going off to a great start. Let's
I know,
go.
right. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you too, sir. I just want to say off the rip, I'm actually honored and I feel privileged as hell to come on here and be basking in your presence right now. You're one of the legends. I do appreciate coming
Stop,
on
man.
here.
That's so nice of
No,
you.
for real.
But,
I'm humbled.
dude, I'm not John. You don't got to do that.
No. I'm being honest here, man. You
I
are a
like that.
legend. You are a legend. If you can take it, if you can't take it, you are a
All
legend.
right, well, dude, I appreciate it, man. And now that I see your face, I've seen you on the Dabbleverse. You're funny. I've seen you do some stuff. I
Yeah.
put the name with the face.
Right.
How do I pronounce it? By the way.
What do you mean? The name? Lil Mir?
Yeah.
That's
Is
it
it
right
Mir?
there. Yeah, Lil Mir, like meerkat.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Well, I'm glad to have you, and glad that you would take the time and to
Oh,
come
yeah.
on here. Where's Dr. Chow? And is he a doctor?
Yeah, yes, he is a doctor.
What of
Professionally.
what?
I'm not too sure. You'd have to ask him that when he comes on. When he does come on. But I just want to ask real quick, what are the ground rules for your show? Because our show is pretty not I say it's a little raunchy, just whatever you want, just roll with it. You have rules, baseline, so I don't, piss
Mir,
off
you do
anything.
whatever you want, buddy, and I appreciate that.
perfect.
It's very thoughtful of you to be so considerate to ask that. But
Right.
hey, su casa, whatever that fucking saying is.
Great.
But,
So I can say faggot, all that good shit,
of
right?
course you can. Yes,
Perfect.
you should say it twice.
Oh, of course. So,
Nice.
I first want to get into you a little bit because I was doing research on you and whatnot today, and I was looking at your clips of Stuttering John recently. So you're kind of like religious to some aspect or something.
Yeah, Mir, I'm a born again Christian, but I'm not the best example. I do my best, but I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not going to try and change anybody.
Right.
It's just what I believe, and I try my best to live that path. But I really don't.
Right. What brought you back to God?
It's a great question, man.
That's
I
always
guess
a huge revelation, coming back.
Yeah, man. No, I guess like living like a dirtbag for so long, and you know what I know someone like you're gonna rip right into me when I say it, but
No, go ahead.
I'll put it right out there.
Sure.
Falling in love actually
Oh
showed
my
me.
God.
Yeah, I know. I'm so gay, but
No, you ain't gay, man. I watched all the Stern clips. You're not gay. Come on.
yeah, no, that kind of that if that feeling, if falling head over heels,
Yeah.
with somebody, that's not of this world. So that helped.
Right. She starts taking you to church. You meet the priest.
Yeah. Well, I got that's how it got started. But of course, we're not we're not together, and she hated me. So
Oh shit! So basically now you're on your own. You're kind of figured out yourself now. She's not guiding you along, so now you're kind of discovering on your own now. Since the
Yeah,
training
yeah.
wheels
Oh,
are
yeah.
off.
I got to tell you, man. Like being in jail.
You were in
Uh,
jail? What?
well, yeah. This was like I did 10 days in Alaska, uh, going through withdrawal from
Oh shit!
yeah, from drinking and drugs I've been on for 20 something years. All you got to do is pray. You pray, for 23 out of 24 hours because you can't sleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's to answer your question. Girls in jail.
What brought you to Alaska?
That girl.
That girl. Oh shit. Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it turned out that she hated me, and it was a trip that I didn't need to take. I should
Right.
have stayed home, but I was just so stupid. Like when we're young, we're like, "Oh yeah, but we could sort this out. She's just got to see me, and I could talk her in." No, it doesn't work that way. When a
Right.
woman makes her mind up, vamos.
Right. Exactly. So
Are
this
you
was
married?
what?
Are you? I'm
Me?
sorry. You
No,
joined
I'm
in me.
not married. I don't believe in marriage. No.
Okay.
No, I do have a girl though, and I do have a wonderful child, but I'm not really big on the whole marriage thing.
Oh, cool. All right. I'd ask you a bunch of questions, but I'm trying to just sit back because I know our deal was,
Right.
you guys are rolling the thing, so I'm. It's just weird
Oh,
because I always do it's a roller
right.
coaster.
The interviewee is being interviewed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
It's a
cool.
little
So
bit. You're
I'm
in the
just trying
hot
to do
seat,
that.
so it's getting a little hot in here. But don't worry, man.
It's all good. All
I'll
good.
throw
All good.
low balls at you.
No,
Um.
totally cool, man. Do your thing, man.
So how old were you kind of when you went to Alaska for this female when she converted
Um,
you?
I think I was like 32.
Okay, and you were on Howard Stern, what, around like 26 ish, 28 ish,
From 21 to 29, 29,
29. So you kind of hit
28,
rock
29.
bottom then after Howard Stern, then
Yeah.
leaving to Alaska. Like,
Yeah, that was probably, that was probably the couple years after. That's probably you think you hit the bottom, but then it always gets lower.
it always gets slower. God has a funny way of showing you that shit, man.
Yeah, dude.
Well, so those 3 years or those 2 years you were off the Howard Stern show, what happened in those 2 years for you? What was going on through your mind? You just got released from Howard Stern. What built up to leaving?
So me and the girl I was with at the time, we packed everything up, got in a car, drove across the country to California for me to go to my first rehab,
Yeah.
Newport Coast Recovery, and I winded with staying sober for 3 months, and I hated it.
Right. So you were fucked up during Howard Stern then also
Yeah,
during
dude.
that time?
Yeah.
Do you feel Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it sucks because you gotta be at work at 5 o'clock, so you don't have like a much of a social life or whatever. You don't
Right.
go out and stuff. So if you were drinking until midnight or whatever, you got 4 or
You're
5
fucked.
hours to get in there. So
Right.
yeah,
I mean, you're young though, so you should be able to recoup pretty fucking fast.
good point. Good point, yeah.
Right. I
Mhm.
mean, I remember those days. Shit, work at 6 o'clock, party till 2.
Right. You come in and
You're still
and
fucked up when you get
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just good times, man. It's good memories. I was gonna ask you, so did they ever exploit you a little bit while you were fucked up on the show at all? Do they ever kind of like,
The mental illness, you mean?
yeah, if you want to call
Well,
it that?
some people have said that, but they didn't force me to say anything, or
Yeah,
they were all my decisions. Nobody
exactly.
was putting a bottle or drugs in me. I did all that stuff, and I said all the things I said.
Yeah,
Not
but
their fault.
I mean, we had Andy Dick on our show, and people were saying we were exploiting him. I was like, I wasn't the one making him drink and get fucked up the whole show.
I think that's what I think I saw you on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
people are fucking soy bitches nowadays, man. They can't handle good entertainment when it's happening in front of them, and they just want to try to say you're exploiting somebody. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're letting the person do what the fuck they're gonna do.
Yeah,
Whether you're there or not, that's what the person's gonna do.
yeah, and it's like, hey, it makes great radio, so it makes a good show, so why not, right? Why not let them get fucked up and ruin their lives? Who cares?
Let people do what the fuck they're gonna do. It's you're not a fucking you're not a babysitter.
Exactly. So Howard Stern, you were a intern, correct? Like when they first brought you, and I think I watched a little bit of that clip when they first brought you in for the first time and everything like that. How was that going in there seeing Howard Stern and all of them for the first time face to face? Were you starstruck? Were you kind of like nonchalant? Because you were trying to act like a comedian. Howard Stern was saying he told you not to do that. That's his job.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I remember that the first time I went into the studio there, and you're seeing these people are larger than life. It's not
Right.
just like Howard, but then you got Jackie over there.
Yep.
You're throwing paper at me, and and Fred, and Robin. Um, it's surreal. I mean, you never expected that you would be there. I mean, it's something that was your goal or whatever, but you never expected for it to really come true. But you tried your hardest,
Right.
and it worked. So yeah, no, that you just brought me back there because I remember that I tried to just like he
Funny
said.
one liner type of thing. You're like,
Yeah, but it wasn't funny at all. And then quickly I realized, no, don't try and do your college radio show here. This is the big time.
this is this is the big boys. This is the
And
big
yeah,
leagues.
and your petty shit will not work here. So just answer the questions. I got to learn that over
Right.
some time, but it's you're right, man. It's a big thing to see as soon as you experience it. Wow, yeah.
Okay. So after the show or anything like that, did Howard Stern ever talk to you personally, or do they ever want to interact with you off the show? During your first, like I would say, few months in there, or did they bring you back, or they thought you were a great fucking Radiohead and like, yeah, let's talk to him more, let's bring him on more, let's get more
Uh,
involved with the skits.
well, there's a writers meeting every week.
Yeah.
It used to be on like Tuesdays. And when I was away at college playing my last season out there, I rented a computer and I was writing every day. I mean, I wouldn't pay attention in class, whatever. In class, I was writing bits for Howard and sending them in after practice. So after the season was over,
Yeah.
Howard um, had me come in down to into New York and offered me a job. And he said, "When can you get here?" And I said, "Well, I just got to make sure that my roommates don't get screwed over. I got to find someone to
Because
take
you're a
my
good
spot."
man.
Well, I just it's the right thing. And he goes, "Dude, it's a fucking job. What are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, give me 2 weeks." He's like,
Right.
2 weeks, and yeah, and I did that because that last semester
Hmm.
near when you redshirt your first year. I played college football, right?
Yeah.
So that last semester, if you go to class once or twice during the week, I mean, that's huge. That would be a huge thing. You're partying, you're meeting girls, you're hanging, you're playing golf if you had the $10 to get out there.
Right.
um, you know so I missed that, but my dream and my goal was to get the job, so I left early without graduating.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, but eventually I got a degree, but in mass comm instead of radio broadcasting or whatever. But
Right.
so I left early, but shit, I mean, I had a job.
Right. And then they loved you in the writing room, I'm guessing, or something like that. You're being relevant to them. So like, hey, let's get this kid on more. He's actually good radio. Let's do it.
Yeah, well, for the first like 6 months, I was kind of just in the back, and he wasn't bringing me on the air just yet. I was more of helping.
Coffee runner.
Yeah, that to getting his food, and I was hired to be Gary's assistant, like associate producer, and to have the ideas I was sending in to actually be able to produce them, to work with the engineer and stuff like that, and get stuff on the air. So that's what I was doing, kind of off the air for the first like 6 months until
Right.
I found out I was a fucking weirdo, and then
They're like, perfect. Let's get this kid
yeah,
on.
let's see this guy on. He
He's
says
unstable. He's good enough for the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, he admitted to not be able to get it up at 23 years old. All
No, he
right,
did not say that,
bingo.
man.
That ever happened to you? Oh, I can't ask.
No, what the fuck?
You never had a soggy six?
Shit, when I'm fucking hammered out my mind, maybe, but
Right. Yeah, it happens.
it happens with the best of us. So you get on the show, you're doing your thing, you're getting skits, they're making you dress up in thongs and all that good shit with wigs.
Yeah.
So, at one part, did you think that this gay shit might be going a little too far for yourself? You're like, you know what, guys? Or were you always good
Never.
fun, good faith?
I thought it was. I was laughing harder than anybody probably. I see. I think that shit's funny. You
Right.
know, it's like
If you can't laugh at yourself, I mean,
right. I got no problem with any of the jokes at my expense. I never ever took any of it personally,
right.
except for when they weren't jokes. Like if someone like John called me a pussy one time or something like that. Well, that's not going to work. Make a joke, that's cool, but calling me a pussy, that's like you're calling me out, you know. But
Right.
we've been through it. We talked it, and it's okay.
Right. Yeah, I watched the on-air fight you and Stuttering John had, right? And whatnot. What came up with that? Was that behind the scenes? But was that build up before that, or was it just right there in the moment?
I think that was after 9/11. Me and John were in the same elevator, leaving at the same time.
Yeah.
But when I came back, I left, and I took the next day. I was out hanging out with my friends on the island, and when I came back, they were calling me like a coward, and that I wasn't in the trenches with them, which I did. I did a whole show on. I was scared. I
Oh,
didn't know what the hell was going on.
so they called out your manhood, and that kind of rubbed you the wrong way.
Well, the jokes are fine. All that because all that's true. I mean, yeah, you could call me a coward for that. Because I didn't know what to do. So the
Right.
boss says I could go home. So in a second,
I would get the fuck out of here.
if there was something wrong with the lights didn't work and boss says I can go home, I'm leaving work, man. I'm sorry.
Right.
So that's where that came from, man.
Okay. So after all that, I mean, what made you want to leave Howard Stern? They just fire your ass? Did you get a little too big for your britches? Were you, talking to people a certain way you shouldn't have been doing? Like,
No, what happened here was I got suspended and had to go to these rehabilitation, alcohol and drug rehab. I had to go to these classes and meetings and stuff like that, and I did for like I guess maybe a month or something like that, and then
yeah,
I took a gig in Boston doing stand up on the weekend,
you were
and
a stand-up comedian.
yeah, on the weekends.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Was it
because we didn't get paid that much, Mir, and if you had to go out and supplement your income, so you did
mhm,
appearances, you did stand up.
right?
So I did a gig in Boston with Miss Howard Stern. I don't know if you know who that is, but she was there, and let's just say I was supposed to be back on Monday to go to a NA or AA meeting.
Hmm.
I didn't come back until Tuesday, and my I was such a dick. And then I was in a hotel with her,
Yeah.
and when I got back, Tom called me and he said, "All right, we gave you a chance, and that the ship sailed now. So
Right. You abused what we
we
gave
got to
you,
let
and now we gotta
yeah."
let you
And
go.
they had every
Your
right to do
liability at
that.
this point.
Yeah, they had every right to do that, and I was just not in a good place those days, buddy.
Right. So you so I want to kind of get back to your prevalence and how you actually became a better I would say citizen to the community,
Then it took a while for that to happen, but
No, you seem like a joyful good guy, I mean, you're not a piece of shit,
thank
like
you.
Andy Dick is. You're actually helping out, you're adding things to society that we all appreciate. You're bringing back great old Howard Stern stories, behind the scenes that not all of us get to see.
Well, thanks,
So
man.
you're doing your thing.
I appreciate that. I was always somebody that wanted to treat people fairly, but
Right.
when you're living out of a car, that's what happened. a couple of years after. Was the lowest. When you got nothing, you make bad decisions and you take bad jobs to make money, and you know, sometimes you got to grow up sometimes. And
Right.
me, I'm always last to get the joke, bud. So um, yeah, so I guess I only became someone that I guess I'd be proud of maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Mhm. Have you ever thought of like maybe are you taken right now? Or are you single?
No, I'm single.
You're single.
I don't have
No love life at all.
no,
Don't even try.
no, no.
No, is there any reason for that? Because I mean, you're like an ex jock. You know, you got ex Howard Stern. I'm pretty sure you still get females. You know, you're a good looking guy. You know,
You're nice. That's very kind of you. But I don't see. I don't trust like anything online. I, I don't meet too many people. Um, and I enjoy Mir. I enjoy not having to. It might sound
worry,
selfish. Not have to be to to um to
relied
be
on.
at functions. I like to do
Oh,
my
okay,
own thing. Yeah, I like my freedom. That's more important to me, uh, besides family. That's that's the most important, rather
right,
than just get hitched with somebody to you know to not be alone or whatever. I much rather like freedom.
right, exactly. Hey, real quick, I do want to interrupt you real quick. Hey, did you send Doctor Chow the link by any chance, or did he give
Yeah,
you his information?
I I didn't can can you send it to me? I think I must have the wrong email because I was looking for it.
Yeah, I'll do it again real
Yeah,
quick
because
for
I
you
was
too.
wondering where he was.
Yeah, I need my co-host in here to ask some questions too.
Yeah.
I don't want to crash
It's,
and burn and hijack the show by myself. No pun
no,
intended.
do you want to send me his email and I'll send him the link from
I
here?
don't have his email. I usually do it via through Twitter, so it's all
All right,
right.
let me go on Twitter. It's, sorry, but hey, why don't we while
Here we
I'm doing
go.
that.
There you go, buddy. I sent it to him
Oh, you
again.
sent it to me?
I know I sent it to I sent the link to him on Twitter.
Okay. All right, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But anyway, so I kind of want to get into that a little bit. So you decided you don't want to be with women. You kind of just want to do your own thing.
No, it's not that, Mir.
Okay.
It's just that um just there's nobody on my radar. I haven't met
There's still an
anybody.
opportunity though. You still allow it to happen if it happened.
If it
Oh,
happens, it
gotcha.
happens. Yeah, but I'm not looking. I yeah, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But
Right.
yeah, I'm a single guy that
How old are you, man?
I'm 47.
Oh shit, you're not that old, man. You can still probably pop a couple of kids out.
No, no,
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I'm a good example for that, but
You
you
think
know,
any of us are?
I guess you learn. I guess
You learn.
when the time
You learn
comes.
through trial and error. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, look at Starring John. He's got 2 kids. I mean, he's doing
I
great
think
as a
he's
father
doing
as
more
much
than
as he
that.
can. Oh
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, I know he's way older than that, but I mean, he's doing the best he can with what he has. You know, you got pulled father duties out. You know,
Uh huh.
but another question for you though, sir. So you get clean, you find God, you're doing all these things. What made you want to come back to doing the show? What actually drew you to that? What were you doing? Actually, before you answer that, what were you doing between when you got clean, you found God? Were you like doing minuscule jobs? Were you trying to build a career? Kind of what were you trying to
No,
do at
I
that
was
point?
doing. I was in California, and I would do these. Uh, I would do stand up like every night. I'd do like $50 bar gigs. Had an audition a couple times. Had a deal with like a phone company. Just just shit that would nothing concrete, except I would drive strippers
You
uh,
drive strippers?
around. I would protect them. They were supposed to be strippers, but as I
Yeah.
said, I'm always the last to get the joke, and some of them were full service. which I didn't know.
Oh
So
shit! There you go,
yeah,
buddy.
so that was a couple. There was a couple of years I was telling you that were, you know, hit or miss, and until I started doing the right thing.
Right. So then, what brought you to now? What made you want to do this? Start do your own show, do everything you got going on, the production, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I started this, I worked just doing interviews for another radio station, and I was like, "Well, shit, I can do this." So about 7 or 8 years ago, opened up a small radio station at the time, started with 2 listeners and then got into, like, 120 countries
Mhm.
and then got into wrote 2 books and got a publishing company. So yeah, I just got lucky, I guess. But there was I worked like 16-hour days, and that sucks. Did all the sales and all that shit. I hate that.
Right. So how's it running your own talk show radio host? Because I've heard people been grumbling and mumbling that you should get a co-host at some point in time, or are you just trying to just solo this?
Oh well, this podcasting thing, I just started it like 4 months ago,
Right.
and I'm learning slowly. But last month, I felt like I kind of just got in uh, an understanding on kind of how it works, and I think I'm improving at it. Still not very good at it, but I'm getting there, and it's great because I don't have to. The thing that I hate doing most is sales. I hate sales, and
Right.
um, this is a new thing, and it's kind of cool to learn something new. So
Right.
yeah, so
Keeps you
that's
young, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Exactly. And plus I guess it also helped resurrect your love for radio again to some aspect. Because you already were doing the interviews and whatnot, but actually running your own show that really kind of puts you in the car seat, in the front seat,
Good,
driving what
yeah,
you want to present as
good. Yeah,
content.
that's a great observation. Yeah, it's because I can do all the nonsense that I want, and that part of it is fun. And I met some great people that come in here and listen to this garbage.
It's
And
not garbage. Come
well,
on.
it depends
You
on what.
might be somebody's daily drive, you help keep their life fucking entwined somewhat. So, you're doing the
Yeah, so
Lord's work.
there's some cool people out there, and it's definitely different from a radio background. Things are changing. It's completely different.
Right.
Mm.
Have you ever thought like diving deeper in your faith by any chance or no?
What do you mean?
Are you so you're kind of do you go to church at all or no? You just kind of
No,
just do your own thing.
no, I don't have
Denomination.
a place that I go. When I was living in California, I had Calvary Chapel in Costa Mesa. I used to go
Right.
there quite a bit, but I haven't found anything around here. So I guess I'm kind of like the lazy believer or whatever you call it. I don't know.
You're on your own spiritual journey. No one can judge that,
Yeah, we all are, I guess, right?
Right,
You just
exactly.
try and do the best we can.
Right, as long as you're not touching kids or something, I think you're straight. you know. As long as you're not touching altar boys, who knows?
Right, right.
But so are you what is your like typical like idea of a female that you'd want to date at this age and time? Like a little bit younger, maybe around the same age, maybe kind of the same ideologies and faith.
Um,
What are you looking for in an ideal woman if you had to pick something? Because you seem kind of picky, so I just want to
yeah,
kind of get
yeah,
your idea of what's an
yeah,
ideal. Because I've seen your show, your the Howard Stern stuff. You are very picky when it comes to the opposite sex. So
yeah, yeah. I guess sensitive. You got to share the same sense of humor, and you got to have stuff in common. And I don't know, bud. What like when they when one comes around, I'll let you know because I don't know. I have no idea.
what are some
I'm just
turnoffs for
trying
you
to
then?
find clean underwear for tomorrow.
What are some turnoffs for you, buddy?
Turnoffs?
Yeah. Like she talk too
Cocky,
much,
cocky.
cocky. Yeah.
Um, you know, obsessed with what they can get, and thinking that
They deserve the
world
world.
revolves around them. Yeah, that's it. But um, if it works for them, cool. I'm not out there, looking. So,
So what about the Alaskan girl kind of like drew you to her?
dude, I don't even know, man. Going back on, hindsight is always 2020, but I guess I had to stay there because I had to go to court or whatever, so I was going to be there for a while, and I guess I had nothing to do, so I thought it was just a girl,
Right.
just someone to hang out with, and
You
didn't
slowly
know
fell in love with
what I
her.
was getting into.
Right. Okay. So you kind of slowly fell in love with her. She swept you off your feet.
No, 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 that's not what. No, you talking about the tranny?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't fall in love with the tranny. No.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. The Alaskan chick that you
Oh, the girl
fucking.
I went up there
What the
for.
fuck are you talking about?
I
What
thought you
what
I thought you were
tranny?
I thought you were
Oh
talking about.
shit! Wait. Tranny, hang on a second. Let's get into the
Yeah,
tranny.
that's an old story. I thought that's what you were getting at.
No, mate.
I met
No.
when I was up there and I had to wait. I ran into a
An old friend.
girl that I thought was a girl, but turned out to be a dude.
No, I didn't even know. Wait,
This
tranny.
we talked about this on a show. It's been a long
Okay.
it's been a long story,
Touchy
but
subject.
well,
All
it's not
right.
touchy, not at all. It's just life happens, man.
Hey
You make
man.
mistakes. I know she was Asian. I thought she was a girl. I didn't know. Yeah.
Hey, if it quacks like no.
Yes, dude. Everybody
How
makes
the fuck
mistakes.
did you fall for that, bro? Hang
Oh,
on. Walk
man,
me through
dude,
the
I don't
night. So
know.
you see some Filipino, nice little hot tight
That's
ass.
what she was.
Yeah.
Or he was.
She's like, hey, Poppy, type shit. And you're a big, muscular, white, American. You could probably give her a couple pesos, a couple USDs.
Yeah, man. Those are some weird and wacky times, my friend.
No, it's all good, buddy. Hey,
Wait,
we
it's,
all
I feel bad that Dr. Chow ain't here. What's
here. Let me call him real quick. We'll see what happens real quick.
yeah.
I'll call him real quick. Give me 1 second, buddy.
Let's why are you doing that? Let me hey, it's the
Yeah, go
filthy
ahead.
pelican. KC, you yellow crumb creep, lush coward. I challenge you to a game of bag tag. Nice. I love it, filthy pelican. That's funny, dude. Is that I don't know what I hope that's not a bad picture. Casey, so cool. Did you do Jake Hudson today? Yes. Hey Tukey. Yeah, I talked to Jake Hudson today. Nice gentleman. He was a good guy. And I had a good time talking to him, and he has a great show. Sorry, buddy, Mr. Mir.
No, you're good. He's got the link, so if he shows up, he shows up.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I'll get back to the actual question I was asking was,
Sure.
so what about that female from Alaska actually attracted you to her? What was about her?
You mean my girlfriend at the time?
Yeah, the one you loved.
Oh yeah. It was a sense of humor. She used to make me laugh, like all the time, and when you got that those chemicals and you're attracted to someone that deep,
Right. Like the
yeah,
infatuation
nothing.
aspect of it just takes control.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, nothing like that. And yeah, it was a long time ago, but I'm just glad that I was able to know what that's like.
Is that your last legit relationship?
No, I was with a girl for like 7 or 8 years, but 6 or 7 years. But we decided, and it was
Mutually
proven.
doing things.
No, we're better as friends. And today she was with me. We went and lit that balloon off for my best friend. It's her anniversary. She knew her too.
Right.
So we make great friends.
Okay.
But not some people just don't work out together. and
Right.
being friends is the way to go sometimes.
So I got another question for you because you probably have some insight to this that a
Sure.
lot of us don't have. Howard Stern, back in the day, late '90s, early 2000s, on top of the game, bigger than Opie and Anthony ever wished they could be. He was killing it. You guys were all killing it. And then I say back around what 2020, 2019, Howard Stern starts to dip a pretty good amount, right, in viewership. What about him is decide not to tank his brand, but completely change it to a different audience? What do you think is going on with him right now? Because I see a lot of his old school fans are like, "What are you doing? You're kind of betraying us as your old fan base."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what's your
I
take on that?
I I I haven't listened to him in years, but Jackie said it. I think he said it the best. It seemed like Howard always wanted to be in with that.
The elites,
Yeah, yeah, and you can't be an older man at his age throwing baloney at girls' asses. You that doesn't work anymore. It's creepy.
you can't pull a
So,
Robert a danger or anything like that.
yeah, I guess no. I guess he'd always he had to reinvent himself. So I think he. This is just my opinion. I don't know because I haven't talked to him in a long time. But I
Yeah,
think what he did was he realized that the TNA the shock jock stuff just wasn't going to work anymore. So he tried to brand himself as this great interviewer and to
he's
get
always been a great
famous.
interviewer, though.
Yeah, I've seen him do some great interviews.
Right? I mean, he's getting more political, though, isn't he, with his show compared to back in the day?
Right. It, it's it's so weird, Mir, because it's not the person that I was I was a fan before I worked there, and it, it, it's unrecognizable.
Right.
I'm not I'm not putting the guy down or anything.
Right.
He's the best to ever have done this.
Right. Yeah.
But
All time.
it's not the guy that we, if I can, speak for you,
Go
I
ahead.
think we like kind of the same thing. I think we liked it back, not now, not what it is now. If I'm speaking out of turn, I would think that you would like the, older
Oh,
Stern,
he's
like
awesome. He's great.
okay, yeah,
He's very
he
provocative, very
yeah,
exploitive. He's great.
and then being, woke and, having Gary the Conqueror instead of Gary the Retard,
What the fuck?
that's what I think that, and I don't think that I'm alone. I think,
Right. I think that's
most
majority of his fan base.
yeah, yeah, I think a lot of,
I mean, look
people
at
just like
Stuttering John. Great representation. You can be whacked out on your politics and believe crazy shit, different shit, but he still kind of stick to who he was as an actual person at the end of the day, and he's still as bombastic and as mentally challenged as he was back then.
yeah, but yeah, but he can be a boo.
Yeah, but that's why we love him, though, right?
Right. But I don't think his politics have ever changed. He was probably always that way. I don't know. I never got involved with it, but
Right.
he's say what you want. Guy's entertaining, man. He'll tell you he's the best at everything, and he can beat an NFL player in a race, and he could play for the Jets, and believe it.
Yeah, they're gonna need a QB.
He would fill in. He could tell you. Uh, he would think of it. He'd be like, maybe I could, and believe it. So yeah, he's out of his mind a lot of the time.
Yeah, how old is he now? Like 69 or some shit.
Yeah. He's got to be 15 years older than me.
Right.
And still tells me he could beat me up and stuff. And like, all right, okay, we're not going to do any of that.
I mean, you probably don't have the six pack anymore, so
I still got a six pack, but I don't look like I used to.
no. Although I mean, that's granted. You're not 26 anymore, 25.
Right,
So,
right.
so real quick, are you a Jets or a Giants fan? Real quick,
Any team that covers.
any team that covers.
Yeah,
What the fuck does that mean? I don't know that terminology.
It's a gambling term. I
Oh,
don't give
shit.
I don't give a shit. I don't have a favorite team.
I'm Christian, so I don't gamble.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that shit. It's, it's of the devil. But
uh,
so Howard Stern, he's totally tanked his persona. He's tanked his show. it's fucked up now.
Oh,
It's
he
kind of
changed. Everybody changes, but
everybody changes sometimes for the worst, you know.
yeah.
I mean, so you and Stuttering John, are you guys somewhat in the talks of possibly him being your co-host or coming on your show more frequently now? Is that thing?
Me and John.
Yeah, you guys seem great together on the airwaves.
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, because we have this, we have common experiences, and of course, we're always going to argue and fight with each other because he's out of his mind a lot of the time, and I
That's
guess
a
I
good
am
thing.
too. Yeah, but maybe we might do maybe once a week until he gets mad at me and and calls me like a backstabbing drug addict, which tends to happen. Well, you don't know what day it's going to be, but
That
it's
keeps you on
funny.
your fucking toes, man. That makes a good
It's cool,
show.
man.
It might be taxing on your mental health, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for entertainment, right?
Yeah, no, he's John seems to take things very seriously,
That's
and
good. You need that.
you don't know, like, you can tell that I'm joking right now, but I'm half serious. See, I don't know if this is gonna make him, I don't
Tweak
know if
out
I'm
on
gonna get
you.
a text when we're done here saying, "You asshole, I never wanna speak to you again," or, you know, that's just, that's what you sign up for, with John,
Right.
and I realize that by now, and that's why I don't get mad at anything that he says when he does go off on me.
Right. I mean, too many people. I mean, you do need a serious cat once in a while, though. You need somebody serious in the studio because too many people like to joke around and just fuck around and say some crazy shit, then be like, "Oh, it's just a prank" or some whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
no,
once
I
in a
got you.
while, you do need that real person who keeps everybody leveled and grounded. So I would try to possibly keep him around, man. He seems to like you. He even gave you his number. You have his number, so you can call him anytime or something like that, right? In
No,
case you ever buckle down.
I don't pick up I don't, I'm not a phone person, and he told me, last week that he can't work with me because I'm like, "John, if there's something that you need to talk to me about, just text me if there's a problem, and say, 'Hey, I got a problem with this.' And then if it's important, I'll call you." But he's always like, "Just call me." And, you know, I'm not a phone person. That's shit that we should be talking about on the air. You got to keep it spontaneous. And he gets mad because I can't work like this. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, well, we'll just take it as it's all a learning
You're
experience. I'm my
you're
fourth month doing this.
fuck. Hang on. Sorry, I just took a shot. Have you ever thought of taking on Jackie onto your show at all, man?
Jackie came on, yeah.
No shit, she came on your show. What?
Jackie the Joke Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on like 2 months ago. He's always every once in a while I always talk to Jackie. He's a good guy.
So, quick question: what's your take on this Jew hate towards Shuli and whatnot? Honestly,
Oh, I hate any of that shit. If you hate him for anything other than being anti-Semitic. I mean,
right?
it's like um, I heard. I guess the dum dum from Minnesota. That
Steel
still,
toe?
yeah.
Yeah,
He
we
said,
interviewed him.
"Oh yeah," and
Yeah,
is he
very nice gentleman.
okay? Maybe he just said it, and he didn't. He
I
didn't.
mean,
He goes. He can't. He can't help it. He's Jewish. That seems a little like
you gotta remember
a
though.
little free.
You gotta remember, Casey. People who are bad think they're good people. I mean, Adolf Hitler probably thought he was a great person. You know, everyone. You know, they're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm a bad person." That's not their mindset.
What do you mean? But I was
Steel
saying that.
toe. I mean, when he's saying that shit, he probably thinks he should be saying that because it's in his mindset to think, "Oh, I should be saying that. It's a good thing to say." So he's not really in his
But
mind. He's
did
not a
you hear
bad
what he said?
person.
He said that
What do you say?
Shuli can't help himself because he's Jewish, talking about money. He wasn't. He goes, "I'm not joking." Uh,
What?
so yeah, so it
You're
was.
not.
It
You're not
was.
spreading fake news. He did say that shit.
No, dude, no. I wouldn't. I don't make shit up like that. I wish I had the clip, and Shuli was playing it. I wish I had the exact clip for you, because it sounds unfair if I can't quote it exactly. So
Right.
please, steel toe guy, if I got it, no, I heard it.
He goes, no, wait a minute, I heard that shit.
No, I heard it. I heard what he said. He goes, he can't help it.
I mean, it's kind of disgusting that you have to. I mean, that's what causes hate in the world. Is just,
Yeah,
I mean,
if you hate them, there's so many other reasons that you hate them.
you don't hate them because of their color or their
Right.
religion or
That's
where they're
just
born.
that's
Hate them for
low
the
rent.
person they are, the integrity of their person, not the color of their skin. Martin Luther King Jr. said that best.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. You're right on. I'm on
Yep.
board with you, buddy.
I'm a young SJW. Let's get it. No, but so Shirley's getting all this. Say, I saw that German guy try shutting his show down or his channel, whatever
Oh
the fuck
yeah,
that
that was
was.
weird, huh?
Drunk on cringe, right? He's a German. He's saying Shirley's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Why people not like it? Oh wait, Dr. Chow's up in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. But I wanted to meet you too, Dr. Chow.
Hey, Casey wants to meet you, man. He needs to meet the dynamic duo, the people
Yeah,
who
man,
pulled
come on.
Andy Dick from the trenches.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I mean, your boy's doing an awesome job, and he's very good at this. He's talented. But I wanted to meet you too, bud.
Yeah, but let's
Anyway,
get back to anti-Semitism for a second here, because I
Sure.
kind of want to break this down more. Because I
Yeah,
started to
yeah.
notice, because I'm very young. I'm only 26 years old, right? So I kind of hopped into this pretty early, about last year. Opie and Anthony first, and then Howard Stern.
Gotcha.
And at first I was kind of like, they're all shock jocks, the anti-Semitism, the Jew jokes, the fag jokes, the retard jokes. How like we do usually as men, right? You
Yeah,
just fuck around with each other. I started to notice, though, more and more frequently, especially now, there's a lot more anti-Semitism going on, via through MLC, via through Steel Toe, like you just said, or via through what's the other one? That German fellow. You're kind of seeing it more and more often. It's kind of alarming. Not alarming, but it's kind of disturbing to some aspect that people are actually starting now to really hop on that shit, because that's how I won't say violence, but issues of cancellation happen.
Yeah.
And so you can't have that.
Yeah, and this whole thing, I don't do politics. I keep them to myself. But
Right.
the whole dividing people thing is very alive, and
I'm watching
people
it.
are taking teams. It's pretty scary, actually, bud.
It doesn't help that Kevin Brennan on his show is saying the substitute word for Jew is Shuli. I mean, it's funny as fuck, but after a while, it's like, I get it, it's funny, but now people are starting to attack him about being a Jew and whatnot. So,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So my thing is with this, have you ever talked to Kevin Brennan, try to be on a show or try to get him on?
I did his show once, and he was very nice to me, and I had a decent time, and I like him. He took he had a great sense of humor, because
Right.
I made some dopey comments, and he was laughing about it. I know he's got problems with my friend who's Bob Levy, but they're adults. Let them figure it out.
Right.
I don't get involved in anything that doesn't
So you're
have
more of a
anything to do with me.
bystander if some shit goes down then.
I look, unless it's hurtful about someone's family or something like
Right.
that, I stay out of it.
So he did attack their families, though. Did you ever acknowledge that at all?
Yeah, who was telling me this? John.
Okay.
John was telling me, and I got to know both sides. I got to see it. It's not like we landed on the moon or we didn't land on the moon, but I gotta know both sides before I weigh in on something. Yeah, I don't want to be one of these people that just all of a sudden blindly take a side.
Attack.
I think
Right. You don't want to be a
country does
sheeple.
everything.
You don't
Yes.
want to be a lemming.
Right.
I mean, nothing's black and white, though, at the end of the day. There's
True.
always nuances to everything,
You're right, buddy.
So I got a crazy take for you real quick,
Sure.
because I kind of want to understand who you are as a person and where you're at in life and whatnot. What is your take on what's going on? Because you don't like politics, correct, at all?
No, actually, I do kind of follow him, but I keep him kind of to myself because, again, people are joining up on they're taking sides, and I don't want anything to do with that. I want to, I don't want to shut people off. I don't want them to shut me off
Right.
because I
You
happen
remind
to
me of
feel.
Bill Maher a lot with that, honestly.
Uh,
No, no, for real. I
he's
mean,
he's changed a lot. He used to be a big, huge
yes.
liberal, and now he's getting more conservative.
Well,
Oh,
you gotta think though, most people that were liberal back in your guys' day
yeah,
is considered far right now to some
he
extent.
might be going that way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you just have normal people agreeing with you.
Mhm.
So it's you got crazies. Obviously, you're gonna have crazies that are gonna hop on and say they're crazy Nazi shit and whatnot or whatever it is, pro Viva la Ukraine or whatever. But for the most part, you got normal fucking people who think just like you, and that's a good platform to have because you have a voice. You were decently popular throughout Howard Stern, so you have a great platform. So you gotta make sure you push forward truth and honesty. Also, when it comes up, it's not every day you're gonna be doing politics, but
Gotcha, Mir. I'm with you.
right. So here's my question though to you for you real quick. What's your take on the current political climate going on with like Joe Biden and whatnot with Trump being indicted with all these charges and stuff? Do you have any like take on that at all or no?
Um, I'm not a Republican. I'm
Right.
not a Democrat, but I I I am afraid of the government. I'm afraid uh, of saying the wrong things, but don't I don't see how anyone can see what's going on in the world now
Right.
and not ask questions and see what's happening right in front of them, and it's very unfair,
Hmm.
and it, it's it's bizarre,
Right.
the things that we're seeing these days, and that's why I don't do politics because right away half the people are going to sleep, the other half hate me. So I don't do politics, but I understand what your question is, and my answer is that it is a fucked up place, and rather than join in and
With
be
the foolery.
divisive, you know,
I mean, it's WWE though, man. It's all fake shit. They're just making showcases of it.
yeah.
Come on, it's not actual real shit. They don't give a fuck what we think.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you get into stock trading and all that, it's just I choose not to talk about it. None of these people give a shit about it.
All right, let's go back then to you real quick because I
Oh,
heard you
nobody
play.
wants to hear about that either.
No, no, no. I do want to hear
I'm
about that.
fucking around with you. Whatever.
No, because I mean, I did some research on you, and you are actually you're a great Radiohead, great everything. I loved
Yeah.
everything about you on the show. You kind of remind me of the interns that would go on Opie and Anthony, but a more coherent one, more based. So they were lucky to have you on Howard Stern because you blew the other guys out of the water.
Thanks.
So you were playing football at Western Kentucky. Is that
Western Kentucky.
correct? So
Yeah.
so what happened with that, man? What was your position, and what happened with that dream of playing football?
Well, my dream was either to play football or to work for Howard.
That was
And
your dream from
yeah,
the get go.
yeah. Well,
All
well,
right.
since yeah, and that's why, like I was telling you before, like I wrote every day, and
Right.
I got the job with Howard, so that ended it. That you know, that was what I was going to do. But those are the best 5 years, I would say, if I could look back on my life. The being in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Western
Yeah.
Kentucky, playing football with my teammates. It was an incredible time, and I got great memories. I can't ask you questions. So sorry.
No, you're good. If you want to ask me questions, go ahead, man.
Well,
This
I
will get
mean, were you an
interesting.
athlete? I mean,
Yeah, I was an athlete a
it
little
took you
bit.
calling me a crumb bum.
Yeah, I just started realizing what that shit was from the Rizzo
Frank
interviews on the
Rizzo.
street. Yeah, what was
Let's
that shit? Why do you
oh,
do that shit at the beginning of every show,
love it.
man?
I love it. It's just because it puts
Are
me
you
in a
trolling
great
people
mood.
or something?
No, I mean, I think he's the funniest. He's a man's man, and those are that's I remember that's how men acted.
Right.
And nowadays you don't see anything like that. Here's an old man. He goes, "I'll put my dog away, and I'll take 1, 2, 3, and we'll go behind the fence, win or lose."
No laws.
No,
I love that interview. It was great.
I and it's just it's so funny because he calls him a crumb bum, a lush, a coward,
Yep.
and the guy just sits there and takes it. He goes, "Well, I as far as me having a drinking problem, I'm not even going to say anything about it. I've been a cop my whole life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush."
So you don't even know me, sir. He's like, I don't need to know you to know you're a lush.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I was like, yes, sir. That reminded me of Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry type shit.
Hilarious, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
dude, I've seen it 100 times. Still funny.
That's awesome, man. Well, what was I asking you though? Right before we just went into that, I was asking you. Oh, you want to ask me some questions, right? I was an athlete.
Yeah, I
or
was
some
just
shit?
asking if you were an athlete, or what you did.
No, I never did college and whatnot. I went straight into
went to work.
aerospace and whatnot. But
What do you mean aerospace?
I'm a auditor / inspector and whatnot. So I do airspace. I work on military aircraft
Oh
and
shit!
whatnot.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's fun. We
That's
keep
pretty
you guys
awesome,
safe at
man.
night. We prolong the Ukrainian war for the benefit of our elites. So it's all good shit.
So how do you get into something like that? How do you develop a passion and interest in something like that?
I mean, it's just good shit. I like the military. I like certain things about it. Aircraft, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna dive too deep in it because
All right, I got you.
for certain reasons, but it's just
That's
good.
pretty
It's
cool. I mean,
fun.
it's impressive that you do that.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun, but
You're
I
one of
also
them
love
smart guys.
somewhat. I don't like to toot my own horn here, but
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
you
I
got.
love entertainment more than ever, and you guys really inspired me a lot.
Tell me about this show that you do with you and Chow do a show together.
Yeah, we do an interview show because I'm boring as fuck, and so is Dr. Chow to some extent.
No,
We're
you're
not
not.
interested in characters, but I love talking to people. I love getting to know people, their backstories. I like pressing them with certain questions, getting under their skin a little bit, but also at the same time understanding them as a human. And
Mhm.
I think that's what people need more. And I just love interviewing any types of people. So that's what we do. We're just running an interview show.
Nice.
Yep.
And when are you on?
So it's hard to book people right now because people are very sporadic with their time. So at least once a week we try to do that, and we're starting up a football show on Thursdays.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I'm an Eagles fan. He's a Vikings fan, so we try to run that shit
How
and do the
about
spreads.
the Phillies? Are you do you
The Philadelphia Phillies?
yeah.
Nah, I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm from St. Louis, so.
Oh, all right. How about do you get into UFC at all?
I'll watch the fights. Once Conor McGregor went out, because I'm a bandwagon fan, I kind of stopped watching. If it's on, I'll fucking watch and get hyped with it and,
Right,
party
right.
with the boys, but
Yeah. Yeah.
no, none of that. NBA, I'm huge into NBA.
Football is your thing though?
Football is my biggest sport I love. I will watch every fucking game nonstop.
Right. All right. Yeah. I saw some of the Jet game.
That shit was amazing, dude.
It was nice at the end. I mean, but
That walk-off fucking kick return from the
Yeah.
rookie.
yeah, and it's usually the other way around. If you see, I've been a New Yorker pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's always the other way around. The Jets are famous for losing in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see, buddy. Well, it's interesting. I look forward to seeing your show on Thursday.
Of course. This is Zach Wilson's last year with the Jets, so he better get his shit together if he actually wants to stay on next year as a backup. I'm just saying.
We're not going to see Aaron Rodgers. He's done, huh?
No, he tore his Achilles. He's done.
Jesus Christ.
He might be done for his career, honestly.
Plays.
Isn't that sad as shit, dude? 4 fucking plays, he goes down. Hey, man. Yeah, let's go. Mark Sanchez, where's that call back up? But, no, I want to get into you a little bit. So, you say you're not a fan of the NFL. Are you a fan of the NBA? I mean, you are a fan somewhat depending on the spread.
I love yeah, right. But my thing is I love fighting. The UFC, PFL, Bellator, and
Right.
Because my family ran a wrestling camp. So
were you a wrestler?
Yeah, I was
oh shit! So no one wants to fuck with you then.
When the last day of school, when kids were going to like end of the year parties and stuff like that, I was loading wrestling mats into the U-Haul because
Yeah.
we were up there in Pennsylvania at the wrestling camp all summer. So my old man would bring in the Olympians and clinicians, and so I would wrestle all.
How was
summer.
your relationship with your father? Was it good?
Yeah,
You guys were pretty. He's proud that you were going to Western Kentucky and then going to Howard Stern. He loved everything. He's still alive, correct? If you don't
he
mind me asking.
no, of course not. No, he died before I got the job. Yeah, and yeah, it kind of sucks. He didn't get to see. I was the first 2-year captain at that team with I walked on,
Yeah.
and he died before. Um, he saw any of that, but his brother came in, and the one time he came down, I had my best game in my entire career. So it was kind of like, that's the universe kind of even in
Giving
things.
back.
Yeah, doing something.
That's
So
cool.
that's as serious. That's as serious as I get.
Right.
But,
Are you
yeah,
still
but
close with
was
your
great.
family?
What's that, bud?
Are you still close with your family?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I got my brother's a coach. My father was a coach.
You ever thought of coaching at all?
Yeah,
Young lads?
I helped my brother years ago. I showed his offense the midline option. This was years ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I worked with the offense for a season or something. It was
Right.
pretty.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask you. So, you and your brother, you guys pretty close, or is there some sibling rivalry going on? Or
No
you guys
way.
both
No,
very happy
no,
for each other?
totally. He's the best. We're real tight. Great guy.
Okay. So you're not fucked up individual at all. So this is very interesting to me. Is that kind of when I interview people, when I ask them these questions, I kind of see they're very fucked up.
You
in
find
some
out when
way.
they're fucked up.
No, I'm figuring out like they have fucked up families. They've been raped. They're mentally
Right,
challenged in some
right.
aspect or something. You seem somewhat. You have a great foundation as a family. You went to college. You play sports. You're healthy as fuck. You got the 6-pack, all that good shit. You got everything going for you with Howard Stern. What made you want to just have that downfall though, of like the drugs, the alcohol? What?
Yeah, it's a
Because
good
you
question.
probably weren't raised into that at all.
No, of course
What
not.
happened, man?
Yeah, buddy, I can't tell you if it was some chemical.
Was it just gradual over time?
I think athletics, in a way, might lead to an addictive personality, because you could always do one more sprint than
Oh, I
the
got
guy
you.
that you're going to wrestle. You could always work harder.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe something with concussions. I don't know.
So,
But
concussions.
yeah, I've had a bunch of those. I got
Oh
seizures.
shit. Okay.
I had
You've
seizures.
had seizures from that shit.
Yeah, Evan.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
but I still get hit in the head. I practice and stuff, and I'm okay.
okay. So it's kind of just gradually over time. You think you do one more sprint and then like one more drink. Let's do one more line. Let's do
There
this.
you
Let's
go.
do that.
Exactly. You got it right on the
Yeah, I've had buddies like that. That shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I kind of steer away from them because I used to, when I was younger, my early 20s, used to be in the
Yeah.
party scene a lot, getting fucked up till, like I said,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4 a.m. And then thankfully I never did any hard drugs, so they'd offer
Good.
me that shit. But I
Yeah,
don't have
if you
I
got
don't
that
have
addictive shit. It's good that you stayed away from that.
I mean, I like weed if I'm really fucked up, but I don't smoke it on my own. I like drinking though, so
Okay.
that might be my downfall as an
No,
individual.
you're not.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
You're not.
No, don't try to patronize me, all right?
No. I'm saying, because I was just thinking, like, John came to mind because John is an "I love you" drunk. Do you know we have friends like that? Like,
Oh, of
when you
course.
get
Yeah, I hate that shit.
drunk.
It pisses me off. Just
Yeah,
fucking stop
last
touching
show
me,
that
you
he
fucking
did, yeah.
faggot. That's how I am.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, John's doing all right. Though. He looks a lot better than he did back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hair looks great. But I just want to get back into it though. So you just get that one extra mile, that one extra thing, and especially I guess during the Howard Stern, you were being paid well to some extent.
No,
No, they didn't pay you
that's
at all. It's
well,
an
no, I mean,
internship. They probably paid you garbage, right?
right, because well, radio traditionally is bottom of the barrel, but on a big show like that, you could do appearances, and you could do stuff on the weekends and make a great living.
Right.
They started me at 23,000.
That's
You know,
decent for though at the 90s, early 2000s, right?
uh,
23,000.
it'll be 98. No, I mean that's you. I mean you can't really do anything with that.
Okay. I don't
Uh,
know too much about that. Sorry, man. That's past my
yeah, no.
my
It's
time.
it's it's cool, but over time, you're making 2-3 grand for an appearance, and then you
Like
get
Bob Levy was,
yeah,
because they didn't pay him shit, right?
right. So it's and at that age, you're hungry.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're working 7 days a
You
week.
just want credits.
Right. You're doing what you can, and so that's what it is. I worked every weekend for a couple of years, and made a a great living there. So
So how was now this is very interesting. I want to ask you this because you have a great insight into this. I always wondered about this individual because he's very AFK. He's off the grid. Artie Lang. What was your aspect dealing with Artie Lang on a day to day? Was he wasn't fucked up at that point in time during Howard Stern, correct? To the extent that he was when he's doing his own show, and then with Anthony him with A&A
yeah,
show, he
I
wasn't that fucked up
believe
yet.
I believe once he went to Sirius, it got a little out of control. But I wasn't there to see. I still kept in touch with him, and I love him to death. Uh, but I think that's when his the worst parts came when he went to Sirius.
Okay, gotcha. So you interacted with him in studio then, right?
Yeah, no, he was probably the closest person I was closest to when we
Really?
both worked at K Rock. We used to go to the track every Friday, and we'd hang out and stuff. Great guy,
Mhm.
terrific.
I mean, were you there for him? Were you there for that? I guess that confrontation he had with not his handler,
No,
his
I was already gone.
assistant.
I was in California rehab and stuff.
Oh shit. Okay, so you didn't watch that, or you didn't see any of that. Okay.
No, that happened after I was let go.
Okay, gotcha. So another question for you: what was your take on Opie and Anthony at the time? Because what I heard was Opie and Anthony were kind of they weren't as big as Howard Stern and you guys were. I say say nationally, but they were kind of jiving for that top spot in New York and whatnot at that time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What's your take on them back in the day and then to now? What's your take on them?
I heard them because they were afternoons. So Anthony, I always knew he was hilarious and
Right.
so funny, and I would catch their show, a little bit of it, um, after my work day,
Mhm.
and still in touch with Anthony, and he next to Howard, he's the best
He's the
in
king.
radio. Yeah, he's brilliant, and he's a wit,
Mhm.
and the impressions on top of it. The guy's the total package as far as radio goes.
So, how would you compare their show to your guys' show?
They had more of a kind of a free form. Anthony's comedian friends with Norton would come in and they'll bust on each other. It was like Colin Quinn's tough crowd.
Yeah,
More it wasn't as structured as
right, with Bobby Kelly and all them.
yeah.
But you guys had do you guys have a script? Were you guys running a script by any chance?
No, we never really had scripts, but we had an
Like an
agenda and
outline.
a schedule and stuff like that. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. Mia, we I'm almost we're at an hour and 20, so almost gonna get out of here. But
No,
dude,
you're
you're
good,
good
brother.
at this, man. You're
No, it was
how long
fun,
you been
man.
doing this?
Me, 2 months, maybe a month.
No, I mean interviewing people.
2 months, a month.
Really? Where do you think that you got the ability to be effective at it? Because people don't just do this in 2 months.
I just
You're,
like
you're good
talking
at
to
it.
people outside of doing this, and people like to talk a lot. So why not ask people questions?
Okay. All right.
You
Well,
know,
you're good
that's
at
it.
it, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. It was honestly an honor and a pleasure again.
Awesome. I really appreciate it, my man. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, you got some questions here, so let's do these, and then we'll break out. All right.
Yes, sounds good.
Here
Man.
you go. You got Tukey is my favorite. Yes, we did that. Okay. Let's see. Funeral director. Casey, question. I heard a theory that early 2000s cabbie acted crazy to avoid his tax evasion prison sentence, like hearing voices, appliance talking, being drugged, starting a charity, etc. Opinions. Funeral director, I never heard anything about that, but I did hear that cabbie is in like he can't walk or something. Do you know who cabbie is? Mayor?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, he was this guy. He's the guy that fought John.
Okay. I
Big,
got you.
big,
Yeah.
knucklehead. Yeah.
Yep.
Funeral director. I don't know anything about that, buddy, but thank you. Barrister. Narcissistic people usually have above average intelligence, but Stuttering John has the rare combination of being very narcissistic and very unintelligent. John is a national treasure because he is an ego filled retard. That's
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 not
more of a
nice.
comment than a question. But here, your thoughts on Barrister. Thank you very much, by the way, Barrister. You got anything?
Got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, what do you think?
John's a very brilliant man. He's came back from the trenches. He's reviving his career and he's killing it. So just watch.
All right, Barrister. That's counterpoint. Shane M. 1980. LSU gonna kick Mississippi State's ass. I also thought they would beat FSU. Full disclaimer. You follow college?
Fuck yeah. Are you watching Deion Sanders right now, man? Woo! The Buffaloes? Dude, I don't know, man.
Dude, I Florida State
Florida State. Man.
looked like world beaters, man.
I think the Buffaloes look like world beaters, man. I don't
Real?
know. I'm on that prime time juice, bro. I don't know.
All right. Hey Shane, thanks so much, buddy. This is my buddy right here. This is Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Hey, little mirror. Are Dabble, Storian, and Dayla dating? What's
I don't
that?
give a fuck about anybody that I'm not talking to. I don't know any of the fucking fools who are in the comments. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know who those people are either.
I don't either.
Thanks, Grizzly. Let's go to Tukey. Tukey, Casey, you crumb bum. You have MAGA hat. Let's
And
make
confirmed. Trump fan over here.
Let's see. What's so funny. I don't know if you guys get it, but there are people that like that's not the real Tukey.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
I'm sure you. I'm not saying something you don't know.
No, you're good, buddy. I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever you want, man.
Grizzly did not have a beard. Card suck donkey dick. Go Cubs. Loser.
Yeah, talk to our 11 championships, then get back to me.
Grizzly. You're talking sports to the wrong man. He pulled that right out. Whee! Here you go. This is for you, buddy. Little mirror.
Go ahead.
A couple of STL questions. Who's I don't know. Can you read that one?
Who's Jose Quando of the Dabbleverse, and what high school did
Do you know
to
what that
attend?
is?
I'm not going to answer that because you can't
Okay, then
fucking
don't.
spell English right. So I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you don't have to. I just didn't know who it was.
Are you trying to press me to answer shit, man? What's going on here?
No, dude. I just didn't know
What
who
is
it was.
this?
I didn't know who that name is. I don't know who Jose or Queno.
How dare you insult me like this, all right? On your own show.
Mayor, I wouldn't do that.
No.
buddy.
I get how it is. Howard Stern-esque type of shit right here, dude.
No, dude, I'm just reading the fucking shit. Come on.
Don't worry. I'll bring it back to Kevin Brandon. We'll see what happens.
I legitimately don't know who
I'm
that is.
fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with
Hey,
you.
all right.
I'm fucking with you.
I want to be respectful because you were
No,
respectful.
you straight,
of me.
bro. You straight.
Okay, cool. Tilke, good question. Press 4. Answer. Dad was abusive.
Press 4 for answer. Dad was
good.
abusive.
All right, thank you. Nice one. Makes a lot of sense.
Is that it, buddy? Oh no, there's more.
Last one right here. Grizzly Adams, living in the past. Stan Musial is dead and buried.
Last
Stan
time I
Musial-
thought, I mean, Stan Musial is dead and buried. We got a beer after him here in the state, but last time I checked, I thought we won it in 2011, right, with the greats.
San Francisco pitcher, Stan Musial.
Oh my god, you gotta kick me off this show now, man. I gotta hop off because you can't disrespect us like that.
Oh no, who did he play for?
Play for the Cardinals. What the
Sorry.
fuck? You know what, Casey? Now I
You
understand
are
why
hardcore
Howard
fan.
Stern picked you up. Right? You know, hang on. I got a quick question for you, motherfucker,
Sure,
before you
buddy.
end this fucking show.
Sure, no, I meant nothing by that, dude.
No.
I thought he was a
You know what?
pitcher.
I'm starting to pick up on your little things you do here.
I thought he was a pitcher.
Yeah, you insult me with Murr and then the San Musel and then this and then that. So
Dude,
it's okay.
I did not insult you.
No. It's
I would
okay.
not insult you.
How dare you? But anyway,
I know
Casey,
you're fucking
fuck,
around.
Jesus Christ, man, you're killing my bit
Yeah,
here.
I don't know
bro.
because this is the first time I'm meeting you, and I don't know if
You're killing the bit, man. You ruined it. You know what? No wonder
You
they fired your
ruined
ass from Howard Stern. You know what?
Hey, buddy, listen,
That was
man.
fun.
Yeah, you've been awesome, and I appreciate you coming on. And I'm going to send this over to you. And you're a good guy, and let's keep in touch and see what's going on. And maybe no, did you just say no?
No, I'm just chilling.
Okay,
I
all
love
right,
you,
all
man.
right.
You're awesome as fuck.
No,
I don't
you're
know why
cool as
Patrick
hell.
Meldon hates on your ass. I love you.
Yeah, no, he doesn't like me.
I don't know why. You're great.
Well, thank you so much, buddy. And
Cheers.
everybody for listening, thank you so much. Tomorrow, I got the best show for you. I got these clips that I was able to get, and trust me, it's going to be awesome. For Mir,
Till next
I will
time,
see you
sir.
tomorrow. Later, guys.
Peace.
Go.